great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to show you this simple strike sequence. You know why? I saw you warm up. You flush it for the most part. But tell me a little bit about your game, because I've got my inkling in what's going on.
I play sporadically. In other words, summertime I play almost every day for a few months.
Yeah.
And then wintertime I'm working a lot.
You're like me. I do my golf camp all winter long, and this summer I get to play a little bit.
There you go. So I start off a little spotty, if you will. Towards the end of the season, I'm in the groove.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way my golf game goes. If I start out hitting it good,
yeah,
it goes good.
So
if I start off a little erratic, who knows what's going to happen that round.
Let's watch you hit a shot for me.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and hit this ball. There you go. Okay, a little thin. And one more. Let's see it.
A little stiff.
No worries.
There we go.
Okay, a little left. Now, come on over here for a second. Right there is good. Let me show you something interesting. So you, my friend, have fabulous speed, tons of speed, which I love. What I see with you, where I think I can help you a ton. So watch me hit a shot. Listen to the sound and watch what happens here when I hit one. Okay, come on over. What do you notice about that? Tell me, what do you see there?
I notice a nice divot.
That's a dollar bill divot, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so when I see a guy like you, I'm like, this guy's pretty good. How old are you, bud?
74.
74. Give me the contract right now that says I get your physicality and swing speed when I'm your age. I'll sign it.
All right.
Okay? But I tell you what, I want you to have that low point. Where is the bottom of your swing, Pete? Where is the bottom of your swing?
I like to think it is right here, right at the back of the ball.
Everybody does. How about if I told you you're dead wrong? Crazy, right? You're like, Martin, come on, I played a lot of golf. And what's your handicap? It's probably pretty good.
It fluctuates between an 8 and a 9.
8 and a 9, so you're way better than most. What was the difference between the, I'm gonna use this expression, forgive me, picky shots, the picked ones you just displayed, versus the one I hit?
Oh, sound was a little bit different.
The audio, pretty nice audio.
Yeah.
That's flush, because you swing it really well. How about if I said in 10 swings, I can get your audio improved. I can get you hitting it a little bit more up the middle of the face. And the reason why, for a guy like you, why my simple strike sequence is going to blow your mind is because when you hit those shots, they take off on a good line, but the problem, you're not going to get that distance, the reliable distance. So if you have to fly a bunker, say there's a critical shot, you've got a bunker carry, maybe it's 155, and you pull your club and you got to carry a 155, and the pin's maybe at 160. And you hit this shot and you're standing there and you do what you do, which is a darn dynamic swing, and you hit it and you go, man, that looks really good, and it goes in the bunker. You know why? Because I've seen this. I've given like 50,000 lessons in my life. I started when I was 16, I'm 53 now, I've been doing this a long time. If I can get your impact, if I can get your low point, the true low point of a swing, let me explain with my hula hoop, because this is just a mental game changer for many. You hit 2 shots for me where the low point of your swing was basically where that orange and green kind of converge. You know, golf is a side-on game. It's inclined swinging motion. How about if we can get you to where the bottom of your arc is fractionally forward? That's where you're going to catch the golf ball a little bit more up toward that 3rd, 4th groove rather than on that bottom groove. It's going to give you more ball speed and give you more reliable distance, so you can have confidence when a player of your caliber has to hit those critical shots during the round. Okay, so we're going to do this test. It's a simple test. I think you're going to pass the first one with flying colors, so let's just get to it. It's called the no-turn backswing. Just because you're uninitiated to it, I'm going to put a ball on a tee. Show me your perfect grip, because it's awesome. This is great, okay? Now you stay put and let me help you understand this. This, I'm going to raise your arms up, creating some room as though you could chop some wood. Okay, there's some arm elevation, okay? So we're going to create this. Now I'm going to create some perfect wrist conditions. Notice what I'm doing with that lead wrist of yours, flattening it a little bit, bending the trail wrist. This is the athletic event. If you were going to throw a ball, you'd be in that same position, bent and flat. Now I'm going to rotate you, give you a nice big turn with your perfect conditions. So that right there is fabulous. So what I'm going to ask you to do is see if we can do this on your own and clip a golf ball off a tee and hit a short shot. Let me demonstrate one.
Like this?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll demonstrate, then you do it. Come on over here. Yeah, just a little bit more to your right. That's perfect. You're safe. So we're going to get your great grip on there. We're going to get the sweet spot to the ball. Now watch what I'm doing, the no-turn backswing. Elevating my arms away from my body, creating a wrist condition and elbow. I'm going to rotate this so that I have a great, reliable backswing position and just hit a little shot out there. It's a drill. You don't even have to try to crush them. All we have to do is assemble something that's simple, that's a part of the simple strike sequence. So now you do it on your own. I'll walk you through a few of these. I get 10 swings after all, because that's my guarantee. Here you go. Build your great grip, sweet spot to the elevated golf ball. So elevate, straight up, easy. Straight up, soft. There you go. Let's rotate it. Have the perfect backswing, which you just showed me there. Go for it. Okay, so here's the thing. Perfect. You're not getting the club on it yet. You will. When you pick those golf balls, did you have a divot ahead of the line? You didn't, did you? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna illustrate impact. I'm gonna put a bit of paint right here. Cool. Now, come on back over here and let me demonstrate this for you. We're gonna do this 2-arm low point line drill. Just stand right over here if you don't mind, just a little bit off camera. I'm gonna take my lead hand and I'm purposely gonna get this leading edge to go ahead and disrupt the ground at and after that line, as though my hula hoop is forward of the line. And I'm gonna let you do it. Come on in and do that for me.
That's left hand only.
Left hand only. Little swings. Let the club have a disruption into the turf. So put that club right on that line. Take that right hand, put it behind you. Put it right on your buns. Good. Left hand only. Good. Very good. Do it one more time. And how about easier? You just ripped it. That's your nature. I get it. But let that land. Very good. 2 in a row. Now let's do the same thing. How about this? Right hand only. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Do it again. So here's what I just saw. When you had both arms independently, you had a low point with both arms effectively ahead of the golf ball. So what does that mean? It means that when your arms are together, it's like you and your buddy. Okay, you probably had that trouble making buddy when you were a kid. You got together and you got into trouble. So when arms get together, they can enable something. They can enable us to not have a motion that rotates and relocates us. Because you were able one arm to successfully do it, second arm to successfully do it, but yet when you hit golf balls, we didn't successfully take a ball and touch the ground, did we? We picked a couple shots. So let's go ahead and put a ball on a tee. Here's what I'm gonna ask you to do. Get set up to this golf ball for me. Great. We're not gonna hit it quite yet. Let me put you in a position that but you put your grip on it, get set, get ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna encourage you to move yourself such that the buttons on your shirt start to point more and more left to the golf ball. Go ahead and allow this rotation to happen, because what I'm putting you in here is in a mildly exaggerated impact position. See how when you were one arm only, Pete, your chest opened up. You transported your arm. You landed at and after the ball. When your left arm swung independently, your left arm swung ahead a great low point. Now when you put 2 hands on there, guess what happens? The 2 hands, things got a little too centered. We didn't have this relocation and rotation, letting these buttons kind of open up to where we get our swing bottom a little bit more at and into the ground fractionally, okay? So show me how we can get set to this golf ball. Let's watch those buttons on the shirt open up. Let that chest rotate a little bit more. Get on top of that left foot. Nice. How'd you hit it?
Straight.
Straight.
Yeah.
Good, good. Awesome. Let's do another here. Let's get rid of that tee. I think you're ready to graduate. Now, before we even hit this ball, give me another right hand only. Okay, right hand only, left hand off. Really focus on transporting that right arm. Let that chest open up. Great. You hear that? Mm-hmm. You feel that? Good. Do that one more time.
Nope.
Awesome. That's okay. You didn't touch the ground. Let's clean that debris off. Let's have that sense of transporting your trail side the same way. Let's let you really kind of relocate on top of that left foot. So a little narrower stance, pal. Even narrower. There you go, good. Take a look at the mountain. How are you gonna stack up on top of that left foot and hit a low penetrating shot for me?
A little more forward,
you got it, show me how to do that. Okay, excellent. So what did we get there?
A divot.
A divot. Okay, so here's the thing. There are times in a golf swing, in a golf game, when you're playing critical matches, where we need an attack angle that is a little bit more descending. Now, growing up and playing golf in Arizona, and I'm gonna guess you play a lot of, you practice on mats quite a bit?
Yes.
When's the last time you saw a lot of rough on a mat?
I never.
Exactly. So on a mat, guess what? You can have this runway to the golf ball, which is fabulous for your hybrids and your 3-woods. It's fabulous. You probably flush your 3-wood, probably flush your hybrid.
Yeah.
I bet you do, because you've got a perfect runway for that. But with your irons, guess what you need? We need to avoid a little bit of this stuff behind the ball. So I would bet on you all day long if you're playing matches in Arizona where everything's mowed down to, you know, Arizona resort golf height. But if I took you somewhere up north and I put you in a nesty lie where there's a bit of rough, guess what? I wouldn't bet on you anymore. You know why? Because that club would be gathering too much debris, grass and stuff before contact. So to see how a little change in how your body, that one arm swing, which you're super capable of making, how we can unwind a little differently to get a fraction steeper angle of attack just by rotating your body, just by doing my simple exercises to get your body a bit more open so that your attack angle changes just enough so we can have a slightly steeper, more penetrating attack down into the ball to hit those flighted shots. Okay, give me one more. Let's do it. Okay, take a look at your target. We know what the feeling needs to be. And that, my friend, is angels singing. That little goodness right there is the start of getting your swing bottom in the right place. Now, you're, like I said, you're way better than most golfers at an 8 or a 9 handicap. If we can take on a little bit of that from my simple strike sequence, that's going to change your low point from being dangerously on the ball to more functionally ahead of the ball. And when you travel and play your golf with your buddies' trips and you get in a condition where you actually have a downhill lie or you have the ball in the light rough and you need a slightly steeper angle of attack, that's going to help you keep shooting the scores that you deserve to shoot rather than skyrocketing in those conditions. So that was awesome, my friend.
Great.
Thanks for spending time with me. Great job. Martin Chuck here, and if you don't already know me, I'm a PGA teaching pro and I've been lucky enough to work with major winners Darren, Clarke, and Weir. But my true passion is helping amateurs improve and enjoy this great game. And after giving 50,000 lessons in the last 35 years, I found that the #1 issue amateurs face is poor contact. That's why I created the simple strike sequence that instantly fixes the root cause of poor contact and makes it impossible to hit fast shots, thin shots, shanks, and mishits ever again after just 10 practice shots. Wow. I made a free video where I'll explain the simple strike sequence to you in a lot more details, so click now to check it out. And the best part is, this works for any golfer, so I know it can work for you too. Just click now and let's fix your contact for good.